need a crane and a carrier. And you can also concentrate on those ugly houses. Just need a crane and a carrier. You can also concentrate on those ugly houses. We need more additional trees to plant. We need more trees here. We need to plant more trees. And that is the perimeter wall we put. I don't know. They brought petitions about
this issue came up in the house, and I want to sympathize with my young brother Peter. The Honorable Minister has suffered a lot on that floor because of Namboole. I really sympathize with you, and I thank God that the Commissioner has been here to support you, and we are all here today to testify to the public that what has been said or what is being portrayed out there, that substandard work is being done, is not really what it is. Based on that, I want to give some instructions to the Minister. Honorable Minister of Sports, since the thing was brought up in the House on the issue of the status of Namboole, based on the letter which was laid on the floor, on the complaints that were raised from CAF, we now want to ensure that you and your team, the board, immediately relocate or give vacant possession to the contractor. Contractor, ask these people to give you vacant possession. You did not bring the buses here. You do not have a contract with the ULC. You were not asked permission for your land, because that land belongs to Minister of Sports and Finance. They did not ask you for permission to lease out the land. The person who leased out the land ought to have asked the board. The board should have approved the leasing of that land. So we need vacant possession, and you must report to the House tomorrow. Tomorrow the House is sitting at 10, so that should be the first item that you're reporting to us tomorrow, on the vacant possession of that land. As you said, scrap. If we have a beautiful smart stadium here, we no longer need scrap. Been released, and as Parliament, I want to thank Parliament of Uganda so much for ensuring that the money that was the engineering brigade was demanding was released on Friday. It should be on your account today. I have evidence to that effect, that the money is released. And previously, before the money was released, you talked about 1 month. Now that you have the money, we can talk about 2 weeks. We should be able to talk about 2 weeks, because our interest is for us to host CHAN in Uganda. And after the 2 weeks, the Minister of Education should be able to write back to CAF inviting them to come and see all the beautiful, good things that you've talked about. And they should be ready. This time you should be able to show them this is what we have. Don't keep them. Because if you don't show me what I want to see, then I will not know what is there. So you should be able to show them what is there. The board should also ensure that the land that belongs to Namboole National Stadium should never be used for anything else without a resolution, but it can only be used for sports purposes. Not saying we are hiring out this land because we want to get an NTR. We also need to know who leased out the land to Pioneer, how much money did this government of Uganda earn out of NTR, and after this, as Parliament of Uganda, our work is to do oversight and ask for accountability. Yes, we've seen accountability on the screen. We shall also do a forensic audit to see how much money we have spent on the project and how much money are we yet to spend because of the variations that we have been prepared. I saw the officer preparing us on release of more money. So we shall do an audit and find out how much money has been done and how much more money you need. What we want is to make the Ugandans happy because of this stadium. If there is a variation and it is a justifiable variation, then we will always support. As Parliament of Uganda, we will support you. And I heard you say we spent 76 billion just for information and for record purpose. In our books of accounts as Parliament of Uganda, we have given you 80 billion. And the 80 billion is inclusive of the money that was used for fencing. So the money we have given you is 80 billion, not 76.
Madam Speaker, the 76 is for the stadium, then the people paying for the water.
That is all a stadium. Fencing plus the works of the stadium is all inclusive. So what we are giving you is additional 17 million is what you're getting on your account today. The issues that you've raised have been all addressed according to what you have said. All the issues have been addressed apart from one, the Pioneer buses. Isn't that so?
Yes.
And if that is the only one, we have floodlights, whether it means hiring or whichever. So we are going to have Honorable Minister right back in 2 weeks to the CAF Secretariat, inviting them to come and reassess what they saw the last time and make sure that we host CAF and definitely host AFCON. That will be a good thing for Ugandans. You will have done Ugandans as a sports minister the best thing by hosting AFCON. It comes with a lot of advantages, and we shall be proud of you, Minister of Sports. And I am happy that the First Lady, Mama, is very, very passionate about this project. And let's make sure that we make Ugandans happy with this project. And what you've done, I may not be able to see everything, but I have a representative here. Honorable Mpuga Matthias is the Commissioner of Parliament. I will leave Honorable Mpoga go around and see everything and write a report and report to the House. And Honorable Mpoga with the Honorable Ogwang, we need a report on the vacant possession. We are not in a garage. This is not a garage, because if you start parking buses, trailers, whichever here, then there will be a problem. Let's have our clean, smart stadium. And we should have it as soon as yesterday. By the time I came now, I even thought they had left. I was surprised when I looked down, I saw the scrap. And I want to assure you, you have all our support to that effect. Do whatever you're doing, do it legally. Do it legally, but the good thing, you do not have a contract as Mandela National Stadium with the Pioneer buses. You do not have that contract. And secondly, when ULC was giving out the lease, you were not consulted. You were not consulted, so they are actually trespassing on your property. I want to thank you once more.
Come here and chair a meeting between us as client, Minister of Works and Minister of Lands, Minister of Defense on issues of Pioneer buses. We had a meeting here with the director of Pioneer buses, with the board chair here, and the team I've mentioned. We agreed that beginning today, the management of Pioneer East Bus must get off the buses from our parking. Because if you look at this infrastructure, one of the issues which was raised, we had not demarcated the parking of the stadium where our cars going to park. And that place where the Pioneer East Bus is parked is one of the parking lots for this stadium for the fans when they come in with their cars. So, Madam Speaker, I want to thank you, and now that the drum is beyond me, I'm a small person. Madam Speaker, you're number 3 in the country. At least from as far as I'm concerned as a client, I do not have any contract. Actually, we owe money, we demand money from Pioneer buses. Unfortunately, they fail to fulfill their obligation with the management of Namboole. But we have said, irrespective of the money you have on, our money you have, get out. They have an issue with the Uganda Law Land Commission, which we are out of that. So, Madam Speaker, our position as a client is clear. We want those buses to get out now. And I'll be very, very interested that you help us to direct the responsible person, the responsible ministry, to come and take away their scrap which is within our facility. I thank you so much. At this juncture, let me invite you to address us. We thank you.
We are getting a place where to put them. We have the power, we have the authority. I've been directed. I said it is a process. To know funa kati crane which to take somewhere as guidance. Need guidance from my leader, the commander, and the UPDF in general. Bambuli to vitwale wa. Kumanga speaker ngambye BJO. Nange kati kama wange je balinja kubabuza tu vitwale wa. Kubanga mbijije njiteka nyingi ziri 10 nenga tugenda zijjao then tukole ku parking area.
Because after sports